Hello everyone, I'm Lana from South Florida. Welcome to my channel. Let's check out this beautiful Dendrobium nobile or nobile in bloom. Very fragrant. Love the fragrance. It's fresh, kind of citrusy fragrance. Very pretty yellow, like an egg yolk in the tongue, and very pink or lavender color on petals. So pretty. Now this one I have for 3 or 4 years. This was a bag baby orchid from Home Depot. I have another one, but it's in buds, not blooming yet. And also lots and lots of anosmus are budding up. I have here Dendrobium Nestor, Dendrobium anosmums, Aphyllum, is it the right way to say it? So few things are budding, and these anosmum types, those are the buds. There they are, pretty much everywhere. So anosmum types dendrobiums, they don't look pretty right now because before they bloom they lose all their leaves. So I don't like to film them before they bloom. But I see here lots of dendrobiums budding up. This is the one with yellow cluster flowers, teeny tiny flowers and clusters, the yellow color. Also budding. I see the little buds everywhere, and I do need to spray it because one time somebody ate all my buds. I had no idea. I was so excited to see them, but it's a bit sad. But before they bloomed, they were gone. Bullinianum, something like that. So this is the same with different name. Old name, but I see little buds too. So this is same thing, Topazianum, Dendrobium topaziacum. That's the same as Bullinianum, it's just old name for it. And please focus. Here I also saw something budding. Super excited. So yes, we see the flower spikes. This is Dendrobium. This new canes, couple of new canes, so tall, but the flower spikes are coming out from old leafless canes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I see another 1, 5 in the back. This is Dendrobium Amethysa glossum. Is a species. I got it from Smiley's Orchids maybe a couple years ago, and this is first time it's blooming. I also repotted it. I've been so impatient to repot things. When I bring it home, I feel like I need to repot it. I don't like that them growing in moss or whatever else. Because this is what I used to for my dendrobiums, and that's what they doing well in. See how many roots it grew? So expanded clay pebbles mixed with coconut husk and charcoal. All right, but I want to share you guys with my little haul from Boca Orchid Society. Oh, it's messy, but I'm working here. It was a teeny tiny. I just got few Mocaras or Arandas, 3 of them actually. That I'm going to pot them today also. I already made a little stand, the cage, wired cage, and I'm just using plastic pot old from plants that I saved. So what I'm gonna use this time mostly charcoal. And this big bag I got, I honestly don't remember, maybe $17, maybe less, from Home Depot. This is real royal oak lamp charcoal, so not pressed bricks, it's real charcoal. And I'll show you guys. I'm gonna use lava rock just a little bit at the bottom of the pot, because the pot is so light. I need just use it for weight, so they're not gonna be falling over anytime wind blows. So I got two same kind, and look at the nice roots already they have. They were blooming. I cut off the flower spike. It's been a couple weeks since the show. Very pretty purple colors, and two of them the same, and there was only one last. I got the yellow one. It doesn't look so pretty, but it's still perky, boxy yellow. No spots. I do have yellow with spots. I have another yellow that barely bloomed for me, but it's in a spike now, and I think that one maybe no spots, but I don't remember. I cannot wait when it blooms. This big one pot with the cage I just made for my Vanda Joachim. I cannot tell what her name is, but she's the pencil orchid. You see that one in the back? That's not, I didn't buy it. This is cutting from my big Vanda, but that would be separate story. And also I got from that show, oh my goodness, this Shamburgia, and I already planted it. And again, I'm like so stressed out over it, because I feel like I was too in a hurry to repot her. She was growing in a plastic pot, and while I was repotting her, I didn't know there was a little flower spike, and I broke it off. Very disappointed. I don't know what's wrong with me. When I bring them home, I just want to repot them so I know what they're growing in and how to deal with them. So this is the name, Shamburgia undulata alba, and she is yellow greenish petals with white, I believe, tongue. He had one growing, and I don't remember who was it, but he had one blooming, and I wanted that alba variety too for a while, so I went for it. Another one, I wanted a white Pinkstylis giganta. This one not exactly white. It has little lavender pinkish lip on the lip. Sorry, the flowers beaten up, but that's okay. Next year she's gonna bloom, and she also has another flower spike there. So she kind of very awkward. And this is some kind of hybrid Pinkstylis. This is the name, little hybrid here. She's pretty good size, but she was growing on this mountain, very awkward. So I have to do something with her. My the ones that I have in the pots doing so much better than the ones that I have on a tree. So I'm thinking if I can sit her in a pot, that would be ideal. But she's pretty good size. Look at that. And I got her for a good price because she's kind of weird shape. Alright, so I'm probably gonna pause and fill up this pot first with the little bit of lava rock and charcoal, and then I'll attach these two of the same color. And by the way, the wire cage I use this guy. I have a, this is also from Home Depot, and I use it a lot for my Mocaras and Arandas. So there are few that I want to redo they don't have the cage. They're just attached by some kind of stakes, which don't do well. I found that when they're on this wired cage, they do better. It's just better support for them, because we do get lots of rains and winds, and it's just better support than the bamboo stakes or whatever stakes I had. All right, I'm gonna pause for a minute. So I filled the pot a little bit dark. So a little bit of the red lava rock there, and I would say probably right there, just to give it a weight. And the rest of the pot I'm gonna fill in with the charcoal, and it's a big chunk charcoal. As we can see, pretty good chunks. So let's do that. I'm gonna fill it up. Oh, those are big chunks. And in the past, I was using mostly lava rock and then some charcoal. But I've noticed that a lot of green stuff growing on lava rock, like the green weed, it's so hard to take it off. Those the rocks, because they're very porous. So sorry for the noise. I bet it's so noisy. But I might pause. I also gonna rinse off the charcoal just because of so much dust on it before I attach my lens to the stuff. I'm gonna rinse off all the stuff. It's the dust. So I filled it up, and I also put the little wires through the pot. I just used like a lighter to heat up the tip of the wire, and made 2 holes and put it through it just for support, so the cage, if it gets knocked over, the cage will not fall out, because this is still not as heavy as I wanted to, but I didn't want to use too much of lava rock. If it's gonna be, when the plant grow too tall and it's be not that stable, I always can put it in a heavier clay pot, so for support. But this is it. I like that the wiring is like white cage, not a small squares, so it doesn't look as busy. I watered the orchids, so the roots are a little bit more flexible. So I'm gonna now attach it. And see, again, it's hard to do it with one hand, but super very important. I do not plant the vanda in a pot. The tip of the bottom of the vanda, the tip is not gonna be planted in a pot. It's not even gonna be touching the media. It would be about this way. See, because if it sits in the media, it's gonna rot. It's gonna catch disease, it's gonna rot. It will grow roots that will look for moisture. The roots will gonna grow into this media, but again, it's well draining, hopefully not growing too much mold and stuff. Media, which is mostly charcoal. So no planting the vanda in a pot. I'm gonna tie it up with a little wire ties, and that's about it. And then pray and hope. All right, gonna pause again. This is it, all done, all done. The 2 of them, same color in the same pot. So I use little garden ties on one. That's what I had handy. Just tie them up in 2 places, one on the bottom. Again, this is not touching the media, and one in the middle, kind of to give it more support. The other one I used wire ties just because I have them. Also kind of midway, and another one on the bottom, not touching the media. So the plant is not planted in the pot, it's just tied up to the cage. So now we're just gonna wait and see. It's gonna grow new roots. It's gonna be all the aerial roots and the roots that wants to go into this humid media to get all the moisture. All right, so I'm gonna go quickly and show you guys my mocaras that been there for a while. You've seen them many times, but bunch of them blooming, so we'll see how they're doing. By the way, this coming weekend I'm gonna work on, oh boy, a lot. We're going to take down all this ficus hedge. It's a mess. We lost all the leaves to whitefly this year back in October, and they just seems like not recovering. So the neighbor on this side already planted the row of clusia. If you see it on the back, the wide leaf clusia. We're gonna do same on this side and on the other side. This coming weekend I have to take all my orchids from here and put them away, tuck them away, because there's gonna be a lot of work done. And then I do want to put some rocks here because I am having trouble with all the weeds in this bed. It's annoying. I'm there on my knees and elbows pulling all the weed, and then next you know it's all green again. And see what I was talking about, all the weeds growing in the pots, because, and all it is, there is just lava rock and charcoal, but mostly lava rock. So we'll see if this will help, that I planted, I used mostly of the charcoal this time, if it's not gonna grow with the weed like this. Of course, time to time I pull all this weed out, and a teeny tiny weed. It's just so annoying, you guys. If anybody knows what I can spray this kind of teeny tiny weed with, because you know, the more you pull it, the more you get, because it drops the teeny tiny leaves and it works like a seed. I think it seeds itself non-stop. So please let me know if you have a secret how to fight this grass without harming the plants. So let's just quickly look what's blooming here in the vanda bed. So my mocaras, arandas, terete orchids, few, so pretty. Look at this color, kind of peachy with this cranberry lip. So beautiful. I'm so excited, you guys. All the orchids, that big bundle that moths have, they pretty much almost all already bloomed or blooming, and they grew so much. They look so healthy, they look so happy. And that was a bundle of 10 orchids. I think they still had it at least few days ago online that I saw. I paid, I believe, $160 for 10 of them, and it's worth it. So this is yellow that I have, and I love her, the one with the spots. But look what's happening. I think it's all the cold spell. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose it. All this yellow gonna fall off. It's very few greens at the tip of it, and lots of vandas having yellow leaves and phalaenopsis, because we've been having a lot of nighttime temperature. Oh my gosh, it's a garbage truck. I'm so sorry. That is 15 little below. I think it's a cold temperature. So very sad. This one is yellow, but I don't think this yellow will have spots. It bloomed for me once, but I was away. Never saw actually blooms. I know it's yellow, and there is another yellow never bloomed. They're so slow to make me happy. But this one bloom often, and it doesn't look so good. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. There we go, beautiful red sparkles. This one is also one of my favorite red. So red. She has 2 flower spikes. Pretty big size. And I see little yellowing spots. So I don't know. I already sprayed them with, see that red color? It's probably also from the cold snaps we're having. I also sprayed them with some Epsom salt, so hopefully it will help. This is another red, but the flower a little bit different. It's just thinner petals. This one more roundish, flatter, more red in it. And this one a little bit elongated petals with a little thinner petals. And this one is beautiful. They're on the way out, but look at this color. I love how the colors look now. It's not sunny, it's very gloomy. We're just gonna check them all out. So beautiful. This one more purple, blooms first time, and when they open they're not as bright, but then the flower growing and maturing, it's getting more brighter, more colors in it. Look at this beautiful purple spots. And she's still small. It's also from the bundle. Love her. That's the name. And this one is blooming. Actually 2 of them are the same here, but another one gonna bloom first time. This one is blooming second time. Why it's so noisy. Little more pinkish in it, more pink color in it than the one. Sorry for all the noise. I picked the worst time of the day, but that's all I could do. So we'll check out a couple more things. This one being burned out by the sun because she's blooming forever. This has the best fragrance. Love her, love her, love her. And if we can see red, this is Renancera hybrid. Mama is blooming and Kiki is blooming. I can see Kiki. Look at that, huge spike. Kiki is blooming for first time. This one also doesn't bloom well. She was eaten by the bugs a couple times, so this time I saved it by spraying Serene. Well, as soon as I saw her spike, I started spraying her, and still she's blasting some, but at least I see one. It's a pencil type orchid, and there are a couple of white ones blooming. Inside the red, my big Renancera spiking again, more spikes there. Alright you guys, this is it. Thank you for watching, and if you didn't subscribe, please subscribe, and thank you so much for all your support. Have a blessing day.